Being a mom can be the greatest joy, but it is also incredibly hard. Trying to navigate that journey alone can seem insurmountable, but there's help and hope. We're talking about hope for single moms and the great work they do to support these families through education. We've got Dr. Carla Ludwig. She's the founding director. Sasha Aller, she's a college student mom, but she's also the Hope Work for Institute program director. Mouthful. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right, so talk to us about this organization. You've been doing this work for a decade now.
Yes. So we started about 10 years ago, and we were focusing on helping women move from minimum wage jobs to really a living wage job during traditional work hours so they could be with their children. Sure. And it started with college. And so for the last 10 years, we've been able to invest over $1 million into helping women go to college or get a trade certification.
That's pretty impressive stuff. And let's talk about the results that you're getting, because these women are not just going to college, they're excelling at college and then moving on, right?
Yeah, we're excited. We have a mom graduating today with a master's degree from Grand Valley, and one graduating tomorrow with a BBA. So our college program is extremely successful. And again, it's really because we provide a holistic program. And so each woman gets a mom mentor and wraparound services, and our success rate is 85%. Now, that's good, but when you compare that to the national average of women who try it alone, that's only 8%.
I mean, unbelievable, actually, right?
We're excited.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so, and Sasha, you're proof. You've been through this. Talk about your experiences and what you're doing today.
Yeah, thanks. Well, every time I talk about it, I get chills. Because I love it so much and I'm so blessed, I feel. So back in 2024, I was navigating single motherhood by myself. I was pretty isolated coming out of a pretty unhealthy relationship. I have a 5-year-old, so at that point, he was much younger.
Right.
And I didn't have a lot of family support, even friend support, because I had just been in a relationship that had kept me pretty isolated. Mm-hmm. I lost track of a lot of my dreams, and when I Googled hope, I was looking for hope for me as a single mom. I was like, there's got to be some hope out there for single mothers. Like, there's a lot of government support and things, but they're hard to navigate on your own, especially doing it by yourself when you're under stress and you're going through trauma and stuff. So I was looking for hope for me, and I found Hope for Single Moms. And I connected with Carla, and from the first time that I met Carla, it was like, she renewed faith in me, in myself, and in God, in community, and that people still care. They'll still walk with you through your journey. And I just started believing in myself again. I went back to college quickly after that and learned I had a lot more credits than I thought. And now I'll be graduating with my bachelor's in business and leadership and fundamentals within about 1.5 years, I think, so soon. And so, and then of course, then there's a whole other part of this journey that I'm sure we'll get to, but yes, it was just been amazing.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you found hope, right?
I did, yeah.
And so I guess that kind of transitions to, we're talking about this Workforce Institute, and you're working with that. So let's talk about what this is and how it works.
Yeah, so, like I said, we've been focusing on college, but college isn't for everyone. But also our goal is to get women into that workforce with as quickly as possible and with as little debt as possible. Sure. And so we decided to start a cleaning training program, and that just developed into really a core workforce readiness program, because we had so many organizations and people from the community come and do workshops, and the ladies loved it. And so we launched Hope Workforce Institute. We're going to stick with the residential cleaning program here in 26, hoping to get more money and expanding our occupational pathways moving forward.
I love that. Okay, so do you want to talk about it, add anything to that?
Sure. Yeah. So it's about 48 workshops in 3 months. And so the first 2 months are great. They're amazing. It's really a holistic wraparound support for our girls. A lot of these girls come in, like I came in, very isolated, don't have a community of support. And so when I was developing the curriculum alongside Carla, we really thought about how we need to make this a really rich community-based support where we can become more like a family, right? And like where we can be there for each other. And it really has shown up like that. And so the first 2 months, we really focus on leadership, empowerment, confidence, financial planning, nutrition, and just wellness, stress reduction in the workplace, personal, professional conflict resolution, just so that way you know how to handle yourself on the job. And then the last month, we do all cleaning certification training, and they learn how to mix their own non-toxic cleaners. They know what not to mix, like you don't mix bleach and ammonia. You know, you don't do certain things. We work with a 3-wave process, which is a cleaner that I follow online, and did a lot of training with that myself. So I teach that to the girls, and then it's job placement support at the end of the that month, and we work with businesses around Grand Rapids to place them in a job that will pay $20 an hour that will flex with their child schedule. So it's really about finding high-paying jobs for these women that will also flex with their need for like childcare and daycare and things.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Okay,
Yeah.
so talk about, where you see this growing and how the community can help.
Yeah, so I just want to point out that this is free to the participants.
Sure. Yeah.
And so it is totally funded by grants and then the generosity of donors. And again, our workshops have been through the generosity of volunteers willing to do that for us. And so our goal is really to just get feedback from the business community. What do you need? We're looking at healthcare, we're looking at remote positions. How can we serve the needs of the business community and get this really motivated workforce into jobs?
Yeah, right.
And so what we're looking for, of course, is some money. For 12 weeks, it costs about $5,000 to put a family through the program. And of course, volunteers, like Sasha said, community is a huge part of the program. And we offer a lunch for the ladies in between. So if someone loves to cook or just wants to bring food, that's great. Serve as a mom coach. We also have remote positions available to help just with the general organization. So.
Okay, wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
ladies, thank you so much for doing this great work, for being here. We appreciate it. If you would like to step in, help, donate, hsmgr.org. We'll be right back.